Hi, I'm Kris. I'm one of the occupational therapists here at ICEC, and I'm here today to teach you how to make a sensory bin for home use. This is a great boredom buster for your kids to have during this time when we're locked down and have to stay in our homes, but it's also a great therapeutic activity and a way to get your child to try touching different textures. So the first thing to think about in your sensory box is what type of size box that you want. You can have something as small as a shoebox. You can simply have a bowl from your kitchen cabinet. You can do something as large as an underbed wrapping paper box, or I just usually like a plastic tub with a lid, just because the lid kind of keeps things in place and I can store it for later. The next thing to think about is the height of your size. The lower height ones, things will spill out more, and the higher sides tend to keep things more in place, so that's something to think about. So the next thing is, what are you going to put in your sensory box? I had some rice, so I have some rice in my box today. You have to think about what's in your cabinet right now. So you might have some rice, you might have some dried beans you can just put in there. You might have an extra bag of pasta, dried pasta you can put in there. You can use Easter grass right now since it's Easter time, just something to fill it. If you want to do a wet material, that's a little more challenging from a tactile perspective, but a great idea. You could cook spaghetti noodles, let it cool down, and put in the wet noodles in your box. You could, I've even taken an apple and peeled it and put it in and sprinkled some cinnamon on top, so you have the added benefit of some olfactory inputs and a fun smell to engage with. So think about the materials you want in your box. The next thing is, what are you going to put in your materials? So I have today some different sea creatures that I had laying around, some plastic sea creatures. I'm going to throw in some necklaces that I have, some little beads that are kind of fun. And I also have some little puzzle pieces that I had laying around. Okay, I'm just going to put those in there, and I'm going to kind of cover them up, kind of hide them in there. I always like to put in a spoon and a cup too into my sensory bins, because it's always fun to kind of work on some scooping and pouring. But you can just put in some puzzle pieces in your sensory bin. You can put in some small toys, Easter eggs, since you have those laying around the house probably this weekend. You can do that. Just be mindful of the size of the item. If your child tends to put things in their mouth still, you just want to avoid any kind of choking hazards. So ways to play with your sensory bin. What you can do, like I said, is maybe get a cup and a spoon or a scooper, and they can practice grasping, scooping, and pouring into a cup, so you're getting some great forearm motion here, and then you can dump it out again. You could have your child search through the rice and pick out little items and put in your cup. You could find the different creatures, or even pick up the beads and try to fit them into your little cup, things like that. You could bury them all and try to have them find it just with their fingers and dig, and just get their hands all the way down there and get a lot of great sensory input into their hands. So lots of different ways to play. So I hope you had some great ideas. You can also look on Pinterest. They have a ton of ideas in terms of materials to use that you'll have around your house that will just get you started. All right, thanks so much. Bye.